Hi everyone, it's Maruna. Welcome to End Time Scenario, looking at a survival plan for your family and also for the community. We're going to go through some ideas and steps, what needs to be put in place for a survival kit for your family. And you should know this, basically. I mean, I should have been teaching you should be teaching me. So you've got the local council that can give you all that information. That's why you can go online, find out from your civil defense or emergency response team. So by just clicking on your local emergency, so they will be able to give you all the information and help you. You must start getting prepared for what is coming. Now, most of us are trying to figure out what the end time is all about, and you have curious of a lot of Christians finding out what you must do. I think you should know what basically, with what happened with COVID. Most of us were lined up at the supermarket trying to get food, so we can be all prepped. So that was a chaos. So how can we avoid that in preparing for whatever comes our way, in terms of a disaster or natural disaster, or even for the case like the COVID pandemic COVID. So in preparation for this, in line with the end time workshop that we have at every Saturday at 11 o'clock, please follow with us. That just, if you're a spiritual man or a family or woman, a family, son, and you're spiritual, you're depending on God, needing answer, please follow us with the workshop, and that workshop will give you a bit of insight, what that looks like, and the Lord will reveal to you a plan, a survival plan. But also it will show you these events that will take place from now until the end. And so the end time scenario is the breakdown of what a survival plan looks like, and we're going to go through it simply. Now remember, we're not making any disclaimer that we're an expert. No, we're not expert. I'm just a citizen that is concerned about the future of my children and my grandchildren. Hence why I'm putting this on and letting you know what is your duty of care for your family and the community itself. When disaster do happen, when the lights goes off, and when there is earthquakes behind under your feet and things tumbles and there's a chaos around you, what are you gonna do? Are you prepped for it? Have you got the essentials of goods that will help you, or medical or even first aid to help you through that period? Now, remember, whenever a storm or a natural disaster takes place, or an earthquake, it has a beginning time and also an end time. So it will finish. It will start and it will finish. During that chaos, that's when we have to be prepared, because this chaos may lead to maybe a month or 2 or 3 months or even a whole year without power and without communication and without supply of food. So therefore, preparation it's a must. And I will stressly let you know, as a concerned citizen or the concerned father, for my family, I want my family to be safe. I don't know about you. I'm sharing with you this to get your family safe, because the worst is when you find yourself in a situation and unprepared, that you are holding your child in your hand and have been killed by the fall of your whole complete house fallen on you, and to find a member of your family have passed away as a result from it. So I'm asking the question, do you care about your family? And if you do care, then this is your duty of care. Prep for what is coming. What we've seen on news and right around the world, this chaos has taken place. Even natural disaster or natural events around us are just kind of building up. 20, 30 years ago, it was unknown to us. Now it's becoming a regular thing, and it's as if it's like a big tornado coming our way. And there is a tornado coming our way, a storm coming in, and we've got to be prepped during that period, because it will come and it will go. All right? But in that in between is where you make the decision where you want to be. Position yourself where you want to be and where you see your family fit. Whether your family to be, because of your decision or preparing, whether you want your family to be safe, or whether you just let them free and let them do their thing and find themselves in an awkward situation, maybe lost their life. Whatever the outcome of this, it all lies upon each one of us to making that decision to prep. So I'm urging everyone, please take that time to prep for your family. And if you're not quite sure what to do, please go to your city council and get that information. They do have it, these information for you. And please do this for the sake of your family. All right, I'm doing this for the sake of, but I'm going to share with you. The most important thing is that I want to share with you when the storm comes. There are 5 judgments that the Lord is giving to us, and that is based in Revelation. Please follow our workshop that will tell you more about this judgment that is coming. And the most peculiar one that I want to stress out is the earthquake. That's the one that's going to hit us very hard. There are other 4 judgments that will fall on us, but the first one is the hardest one, and that is earthquake. And that earthquake is a global earthquake, and we, all of us, are part of it, will be part of it, regardless what belief, what faith you're in, no matter what ranks or political party or leaders you're in, everyone will be shaken. And there's a reason why he does that. And that reason is you follow us with the End Time Workshop, and we'll take you through that steps if you're a man of faith. If you're not a man of faith, don't worry. Just get yourself ready, and we're here to help you through that. So this is not for believers only, this is for everyone. You are a citizen, and yours, as a citizen, concerned citizen, it is my duty here to make sure my family and the community are being informed. So, I hope that's a good start with this end time scenario, where we look at a survival plan. Not just families, but also community, because you do need community to support each other. Please take note. I'm going to share one particular story that always kind of highlights highlights what they faced at that time. And this was a story of when the children of Israel went into Jericho before they went into Canaan. And those who know the story, this is where I'm taking this story. I want to share this story because there's there is some instruction there that actually saved their life, saved Rahab and their family's life during the time of earthquake of Jericho. But let me tell the story so you understand what I'm trying to share with you, and allow this story frame this idea of being prepped, or even by just using this red robe at that time, or red cord, and that will help us getting ourselves prepared, especially your house. In other words, something got to do with a red ribbon that Rahab did. Let me just tell the story, and that will probably make sense for it. There was a woman named Rahab, lived in the city called Jericho. Now Jericho had big walls and strong people, but everyone was scared. Why? Because they had heard about God of Israel and how powerful he was. Rahab wasn't seen as an important or good woman, but by the society, she was a prostitute. Oh, okay, let me keep going. She was a prostitute. Not a good woman by the society. She had a rough life. Many of us have a rough life now. But yeah, carry on, Marina. But deep inside, she believes something others didn't want to admit, that the God of Israel was real. And he was coming. One day, 2 men from Israel, spies sent by Joshua, came secretly into Jericho. So you can imagine 2 spies coming into your city. If it's a city where I am, Palmerston North, they're coming to spy out the city itself. Rahab, it's the girl, the character of the story, made a bold choice. She hid them on her roof under some bundles of flax. When the king's soldiers came knocking, asking where are those men, she didn't give them up. Instead, she protected them. Why? Because she said in the simple words, I know your God is the true God, in heaven above and on earth below. She had faith even before seeing anything happen. Before the spies left, Rahab asked her for one thing. Please, when your people come in, please spare me, my family. The spies agreed. They gave her a sign: red robe, scarlet cord, to hang out of her window. When we see this, they said, we will pass over your house. We will pass over your house, was the message. And did she did it? Yes, she did. She hung it ready for one purpose: to save who? Her life and her family's life. She believed. She had faith. Time passed, and then came the day. The Israelites marched around Jericho 7 times 7, just like God told Joshua, and suddenly the walls of Jericho came crashing down by an earthquake. Did you hear me? By an earthquake. Everything fell except Rahab's house. Why? Because of the red cord was hanging there. Rahab and her family were saved. And here's the beautiful part. Rahab didn't just survive, she became part of God's people. She even became part of the family line of Jesus Christ. So if you are a believer and understands the story, this woman, Rahab, a Gentile, became part of the family line of Jesus Christ. What an amazing story. A woman of faith. And with that faith, with just acting upon putting a red cord outside a window on her house, saved her life and saved her family. Now, I'm reaching out to you, families. Mom and dad, grandparents. If somebody told you in order to save your you yourself and your family, and said to have a red robe, a red cord hanging on your window or your house, would you do it to save your family? It was faith, she did it. That's where it comes down to. So I've made an example, and this is an example for those who are out there. And if you believe in the story, then there's going to be a global earthquake. And that global earthquake is going to be severe. It will hit right through. And we are all in. We're all going to ride it, regardless. But I'm encouraging. The story of Rahab is a sample for that God is telling us something. Put a robe, a red ribbon. And this is going to be a campaign. The red ribbon will be a campaign for us right through this until that storm arrives. So it gets us prepared. Having this hanging on to wall. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to take you through not through all the house, but outside where I pinned this in the four quarters of my house. Why? Because my house is important. In time of destruction, the worst thing I wanted to face is when it's falling apart. Where am I going to sleep? Where am my family going to sleep? All my food in here is being destroyed. And that's what this is. It's trying to survive in a critical time when the storm comes and when it goes. It will leave us stranded. And so this with faith in a higher power that will, because of the story of Rahab, and Rahab is being the great mother of the line of Jesus Christ. For those who believe, for those who don't believe, it's an act of faith. This is an act of faith. And so, come with me. I want to share with you for that. So I've only got a half an hour with you, and then I'm going to break it down in segments. But my first thing first is the red ribbon, and we're going to campaign this right through this whole end time scenario during this before the storm arrives. Okay, people? All right, let's take you through. We're going outside. And you'll find that up the top, I've got ribbons right at the corner there. And you can see on there's another one on that corner. Right? The other one. Right? I also got on our garage. Alright, in our garage. And you can see they're all hanging up, getting ready. Getting ready. Oh, and the other one right at that corner. Alright. So, alright. That's our first series for the end time scenario. I hope that is helped. This is an act of faith. It purely is save your family, but it comes down to your faith. This is an act of faith. Whether you perish or not, there's always there's no guarantee. And I'm not gonna say this is gonna save you or your family. No. This is an act of faith. And it's your relationship with God. It's more important than a ribbon. But what it represents. Red always represents the blood of Christ. And so that's what this is. But it does not save you. It's your belief in Him. This is only an act of faith. And that's what Rahab did. It was an act of faith. So I hope you enjoyed that for it. And please go onto your local web page, website, and on emergency, what that looks like. There are YouTube bloggers or YouTube videos on how to prepare. Do your research, do your due diligence, and start prepping yourself. All right? Get the right information, and then we'll start putting things together. Your first aid kit, and what is needed, and what is during that time. It could be that this period of the storm, or the earthquake, or the aftershock, or even after that, this will probably take approximately about 30 or 40, or even 2 months or 3 months. You've got to be prepared. Not only that, we'll be also looking at what you can do as a community to avoid or to minimize this damage, but also to help each other. We need to take good care of each other. God wants to bless us. He wants to bless it whether you believe it or not. He also wants you to be saved during this period. And so life is not lost. But if your life is lost, put your trust in Him. And to those who believe, and for those who don't believe, that's okay. Get yourself prepared for it. We love you. Stay safe and get yourself prepped. And I'll see you at the next session of End Time Scenario Survival Plan, looking from a family point of view as well as a community point of view. Okay? Cheers for now. Get ready. Get through. And get through together. We can do it together. We're a family. Cheers for now.